Welcome back to TF3. Jamie Vardy is in talks to join Arsenal's guys. By the time you're watching this video, he may have well already joined. What could he bring to Arsenal tactically? That is the question, Dave. What do you reckon?
Well, one, Arsenal could start leading the charge early doors. The pressing that Jamie Vardy gives Leicester City is explosive. Doesn't give the defenders a second. He's running in behind. He's getting into the channels. He's just causing them a lot of problem. And with the likes of Mesut Ozil, Alexis Sanchez, two players that led the Premier League last season for through balls, the understanding between Danny Drinkwater and Jamie Vardy was almost telepathic in a way. 4 of Drinkwater's assists in the Premier League this season came from his own half, and they were all balls to Jamie Vardy. So if Arsenal need a man to score them goals, Jamie Vardy can be that player.
And in terms of, that's what Vardy brings to Arsenal almost, Lawrence. What does Arsenal bring to Vardy? Because there's been a lot of talk about, leaving Leicester, almost betraying them, leaving the club that he took almost to the Premier League title, fired them to that championship. It makes sense for him to go to Arsenal. They're a club that can offer him sustained success, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, more reassuring sustained success, if you like. What Arsenal also bring to him would be, like Dave's already sort of said, Ozil, Sanchez, guys who can supply him with things. Maybe it also, for him, represents somewhat of a new challenge, stepping up a level and essentially looking at what maybe a slightly higher end club offers. That's not to put Leicester down, but it's certainly to say that Arsenal's status for longer has been higher, and also to work under a manager like Arsene Wenger. Again, it's no disrespect to Leicester, but the point would be he's not going to get a chance to do that again because of his age, that kind of thing. And not only that, but I think it's more of a challenge for him as a striker and to see what he can offer. I wonder if he feels it would be interesting to see what he can do with a Mesut Ozil, or also what he can do with an Olivier Giroud. Is this Arsene Wenger looking at a 4-4-2?
That is a great question, Dave.
Up front, that could be Giroud and Vardy next season. And Giroud said it himself.
Or even better, a better option, even more pressing from the front, Alexis Sanchez and Jamie Vardy together. You wouldn't have as a centre-back, you wouldn't have a second rest for the whole 90 minutes. And I feel the combination of those two players, Alexis Sanchez, is better through the middle for me. As a football fan, I feel that you can, if you leave Vardy and Sanchez up and then the rest of the 4 players defend, that's okay with me, because that is explosive on the counter-attack.
I mean, that is essentially the thing here, is it's giving Arsenal another option. They've got this possession. It's not even possession-based play. They've got play where they look to control certain elements of the game, and most people say that's possession, but it's not possession. It's sort of based on them controlling the play in a different way. This is them maybe looking to add another sight to their gun, as I often put it, and being able to say, right, now we can try this, now we can try that. No gun signs, please, Dave. Now we can try the counter-attack, where in the past maybe they didn't feel like they were able to do that. We've seen some great counter-attacks with this side. Andre Arshavin, Theo Walcott, but those players have had to carry the ball the length of the pitch, and very often those moves are broken down, and it's meant that they've at times not capitalised. Jamie Vardy last season was a capitaliser, and like Dave's already said, does this mean that Arsenal are going to look for a more diverse way, and essentially Arsene Wenger go out, like Dave said on the podcast, all guns blazing?
I think that's the most interesting thing. The fact that he has got 1 year left on his contract. This could be the season where he leaves. This is uncharacteristic of him to pay this much for a player over the age of 29 years old. As you say, he brings those qualities to the team, not just on the pitch, has to be said, also off the pitch, a certain mentality, a title-winning mentality, literally.
Well, Hugh Wizzy said it himself. He said, Arsenal and Arsene Wenger have been pragmatic early on. It's good to see them. I like how he said they were proactive, because I often think with any other team but Arsenal, most people would say they were just active. But under Arsenal and under Arsene Wenger, this is proactive. But they've bought in Granit Xhaka, they've bought in Vardy. I guess for me, I'm just surprised they didn't go for a Kanté, or they didn't go for a Lukaku, or they didn't go for someone like that.
That may be on the cards next. We'll have to be seen. It remains to be seen whether Vardy can find them to title as he did Leicester. For now, to finish up, Dave, is Jamie Vardy to Arsenal a good signing for you?
Yeah, I think so. Again, like Lawrence mentioned, another sight on his gun, another variation of their attack. And Wenger is going to go out on the high. Xhaka's a great signing. Vardy's a great signing. One centre-back away from being a real title push for Arsenal next season.
Lawrence, Vardy's a great signing for Arsenal, have to agree.
I think he would be a good signing for Arsenal, yes.
He's gone from great down to good.
He's good. What I think is it's a big change for him, and it's again, it's a classic for me. It's a narrative change. It's one where maybe he'll start from the bench at times. He'll look to They'll look to hit teams with him. There's so many options that I think Arsene Wenger, who's such an intelligent coach, can try and do. He won't be the central man there, and that's what's going to be different for him. And I think that's going to be a real challenge for him. But maybe he's accepted that that's the case, and especially as he enters the twilight years of his career or towards the end of his peak, we'll see what happens.
There you have it, guys. Those are our thoughts on Jamie Vardy to Arsenal. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to the Front Three for plenty more transfer videos and, of course, videos throughout the Euros. We'll see you next time on TF3.